Hi everybody. So in your learning package, there is a sheet that is talking about an animal shelter, and it is also asking you on the next page to graph the animal shelter. So what you have to do for the animal shelter sheet is you have to count the amount of animals that there are total and then write a fraction for each one, and then you are going to put it into a graph. So we did graphs a while ago, more so at the beginning of the year when we had our student teachers in who were learning to become teachers, and they did some graphing with us. So the next sheet, you have a paper that says graph the animal shelter, and it has a square that has a bunch of little squares inside of it, and your job is to graph the amount of animals in the animal shelter. So I've done my graph and I'm going to show it to you quickly, but I just want to remind you of all the things that you need when you are doing your graph. So you need a title. So the title is going to go at the top, and that's what you are going to tell your viewer or the person who is looking at this what you're graphing. So you could write that you are graphing the amount of animals in the animal shelter. So that would go at the top. At the bottom, you need to have a title as well, because you're also going to, that's where you're going to put your choices or the amount of the different types of animals that you're graphing. So at the bottom, you could just write animals and then write the different types of animals that there are. On the side is where you need to put your numbers. So you're going to count how many animals there are total, and you need to have enough numbers that go up to the total number. So it doesn't have to go by ones. You could skip count by twos. You could skip count by fives. That's what I did. But you also need a title on the side of your graph that explains what the numbers are. So you could write on the side of your graph that it's the number of animals. So once you've done that, you'll look and see how many animals you have for each kind. So it says that we have 4 cats and 10 dogs. So I would graph that there are 4 cats and that there are 10 dogs. So I'm just going to show you mine quickly. So I have my title here, the amount of animals. I have my animals here and the different kinds of animals that are in the animal shelter. So cats, dogs, parrots, hamsters, and guinea pigs. And then on the side here, I have my numbers. So I went up by 5s, and I didn't put my title on the side because I couldn't quite fit it, but you would just need to put a title that says what the numbers mean. So we know that there's 4 cats. So here where it says cats, I graphed, there's a number 5 here. So I don't have a number 4, so I just put it a little bit underneath the 5. So that's your job, is to graph the animals that are at the animal shelter. We'll go over this sheet today on the video chat, but I also wanted you to, for the assignment, just to write in the assignment if you've done the graph, if the graph made sense to you, and maybe if you could graph anything else, like if there's something in your house that maybe you could graph, like you could graph the amount of markers you have or something like that. Or if you have food, like maybe you could, if you had a pack of Skittles or something, you could graph the amount of Skittles that you had in a package. So for the assignment, you're gonna let me know if you've done the graph, and you are also gonna let me know if there's something in your house that you could graph as well. Okay, thanks guys, bye.